It's Week 17 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Sam Howell. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Commanders and the Chargers, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the L.A. Chargers taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here, losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So, I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue. Now the man from Kentucky, this is Lynn Bowden. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll try it again with Bowden. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
3rd and 5. Now Herbert looking to pass. And that is incomplete.
I want to see this offense try to spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside 3rd of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
On is the punter, Johnston, now, as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Gets this out quickly to Dotson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 7 carries, 81 yards, and a touchdown.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top-5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They'll have very good starting field position here after the turnover as they search for the first points of the ball game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Looking for Murphy, and he finds him complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down. When you look at this defense, they are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better and they're out to prove it again in this game.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Herbert now. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Out comes the Washington offense as we get a look at the playoff race in the NFC. Well, including the... weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Asante Samuel Jr. that time up to make the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
A quick throw into the hands of Hardy. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. We've seen quite a bit. first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
This 2nd and 4. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Powell from the gun. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st down, Murphy again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there taken in by Smith. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the 1st.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go. Feeling it, and they do so and pick up a 1st down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Now it's Herbert. And this is incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the intended receiver on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So in prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Herbert. He finds his man, complete. That's Murphy. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They snap it to Herbert. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. We're scoreless after 1. second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Howell. Throw right side, complete to Williams. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
On 2nd down, Williams. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
3rd and 2. And Howell will throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Out left to Dotson. Touchdown! Jahan Dotson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. They run with Murphy to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. And Just 3 yards on the catch there. Couldn't get away. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Sam Howell and the rest of this offense running back out. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. In motion, the tight end. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. You give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now a 1st carry here for Robinson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Howell. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there with a half. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, it's complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And it's taken in at the 9. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Commanders back out late in this first half. And with a 14-0 lead, they may just try to get this to the locker room. 1st down, Howell to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
On 1st down, Howell. He's got this to Williams, complete. Now he's loose, down the left sideline. Touchdown, Washington! Javonte Williams, 68 yards. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. And it is now 21-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Looking middle, and that's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
A final shot before the break for Herbert. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. As the Commanders make their way out on offense, let's take a peek at the playoff picture in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Up the middle, it's Williams. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Faking the handoff, Howell. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Under pressure, they got him again. Kaiser White, the former safety, gets the sack.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got McBride here over the middle. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll start the drive with Murphy. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 9-yard line.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only able to gain a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Now Williams running left. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Gets this out quickly to Dotson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
His throw caught around the 6. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Commanders had 6 to their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league when we talk about every game being a one-score.
There he goes, left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Murphy running straight ahead. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack, because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Irv Smith Jr., a 20-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Jahan Dotson and the Commanders set to take over. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
Pass interference. Defense.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They are certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it It was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second down, Howell now. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late. Ron Rivera scowling down on the sideline, and he's thrown out the red.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football. I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I've never returned punts, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
2nd and 10. In motion is Hardy. Second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll go play action. Howell. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you didn't mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Herbert. He'll get that one to Taylor complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A gain of 7. 1st down, Chargers.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Herbert now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Chargers.
On first down, it's Herbert. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Now it's 2nd and 10. To the air again, Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 13-yard line.
The Chargers first down.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He gets this one complete to Bowden. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up second down. Here's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And he powers his way up past the 30. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Out left to Dotson. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 39. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
That one goes for 24 yards. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On first down, Howell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, I don't want to take too much away from his performance throwing the football. He's got the 4 touchdown passes, but this now a second interception of the ball game. And partner, part of what's gotten him the 4 touchdowns is a certain fearlessness. But that fearlessness borders with recklessness, and the latter just occurred. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
Second and 6 at the 19-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it second down. Here's Herbert. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. It just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football. They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. They haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he is caught. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. And they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some. Back to throw. Herbert will get this over the middle here to Palmer. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down. They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react. Now 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good. Herbert off of play action. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit.
If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
To not finish a game on a defensive penalty, that's why they get one more untimed attempt.
Let's go. Make the play here. Just be patient. Just take it to him.
Powell throwing on 1st down here. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Chargers come up with a late turnover, but it will really matter to the statisticians as this ball game is